Hello everyone, Fanta here, and you're watching Fantavision. Today, I'm discussing Anthem, and why you shouldn't pre-order this game. Now, I know at E3 this game looks pretty dope, but remember who's making it, and that's EA. And with all of this loot box controversy, you'd think that maybe they wouldn't want to put loot boxes in this game. You'd think they'd maybe want to go, okay, we screwed up, we're sorry, we won't do that again, this is going to be our real apology game. Battlefront 2, you know, we took the microtransactions out, we're going to leave them out. I mean, this would be kind of a good way to get back in the good graces of their fans. But unfortunately, it has been all but confirmed that there's going to be loot boxes in this title. So it's just a pile, really, right now. I don't know what they're thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna sell anyway. I know Battlefront 2 did not do very well, but I also know a couple people that have bought the game anyway. I know it was bundled with systems, so it didn't completely flop like it needed to for them to get the message. Of course, lawmakers got involved, countries got involved, a bunch of stuff went down about loot boxes, but most of those countries that even were starting to look into it have concluded that it's not gambling. And I don't give a shit what they say. It is, because you're not guaranteed something. So when you put your money towards it, you are hoping to get something, and you're gambling. That's what gambling is. You're putting money in, hoping to get something. Now, I'm going to back out of that because we're going to get into the loot box argument. The reason is, for this video, is that you just shouldn't pre-order this game. I mean, they don't deserve the full $60 along with all the money they're going to get from loot boxes. I mean, EA even told their freaking shareholders that the loot boxes would not affect their sales. It's basically just pure profit on top of the game. So, once again, that stupid saying, oh, games are expensive, is complete bullshit, because EA said it was. So, because EA has declared that loot boxes are pure profit and they're not needed, don't get this game. Simple as that. It has loot boxes in it, they're not listening to us, and if they're not going to listen to us, they haven't learned their lesson. And we should not... They're like children. They're like petulant children. They're screaming for our money, and we need to not give it to them. Because if you give it to them, they'll keep thinking that it's okay to be assholes. And that's not what you want. We need to be better than that. Yes, the game looks cool, but guess what? You gotta hold off anyway. This is the only way you can make change, is by voting with your wallet. And don't give me that bullshit, oh, you can't vote with your wallet because a bunch of other people will buy it. Well, that's why everybody needs to not buy it. You see, if you stick to it, then that shitty logic that you're trying to use, that isn't logic, by the way, it just disintegrates. It dissolves into nothingness because everybody will be doing that. Now, this kind of partially worked with Battlefront 2. Like I said, the microtransactions are gone. Disney was looking into maybe pulling the license, from I heard from different sites. I don't know if that was actually something that was serious, but I feel like if EA drops the ball in their next Star Wars game, Disney could do that. But the only way that we'll even have, a chance of that happening is if we keep making a ruckus about it. If you keep making a big stink about the situation, you keep making videos like this, you keep bringing it up. Yes, it gets annoying hearing about it all the time. Yes, it's annoying that I keep talking about loot boxes, and so do tons of other YouTubers, but this is a good thing. It is a good thing to continue talking about this, because until this shit is out of our games, and until they stop ruining my favorite hobby, then they can fuck right off, and I'm not buying their product. And you shouldn't either. Don't support this bullshit. Otherwise, they'll just keep doing it. Seriously. Season passes are still going, which are stupid. Don't tell me otherwise. They're dumb. You're paying for content that's not even out yet. It could be shit. You don't know, but you have to get the season pass. Otherwise, it's like exponentially more money to pay for the content per piece. And even then, most of the content that a lot of people have come out with these games, they really aren't scored that high, or they're just map packs. And then, especially Call of Duty, I mean, you play Call of Duty, and then the next Call of Duty comes out, you stop playing that Call of Duty, and you play that Call of Duty. So it's like you threw away all of that money on pretty much nothing. Now, I do occasionally revisit the old Call of Duties for a week, and then never play the game again, but I can't justify spending an extra $50 for maps. Especially when they started putting these loot boxes in the fucking Call of Duty games. So, remember I said I wanted to start off 2018 positive? Well, EA is working their hardest to make that not happen. They're already going, oh yeah, Anthem's gonna have loot boxes. I bet it has a season pass too. I bet you it has a season pass. Because that's EA. They want everything. And because of that greed, it ruins the gameplay. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the cool stuff in video games has gotten a lot more difficult to get, and it takes a lot longer, and that's because of these loot boxes. People that say, oh, it's just cosmetics, it doesn't affect gameplay. It does. It really, really does. You don't get as much cool shit as you used to. I remember these awesome gear, and like let's take World of Warcraft for example. You're constantly, you're getting cool looking gear, and then if you want better gear, you just work for it, and wonderful. That's great. Now, if they added loot boxes, I'm sure they would dial up how long it takes to get that gear. They'd dial up the difficulty for those raids. They'd put an even stricter time constriction on those things, and it'd become even more of a pain in the ass. Even Destiny 2 kind of felt like that. You kept getting really shitty looking armor the entire game, just gray, brown, horrible earth tones the entire game. Even Destiny 1 had more colorful armor. And they did this because they made shaders a consumable item that you get with microtransactions and loot crates. So, because of this fucking loot box system that people keep thinking, oh, it's just cosmetics, it's okay, it makes it so much more difficult to unlock things that used to just be kill this many things, go do this objective, unlock this achievement. And now it's, I hope I get this, nope, I didn't, oh, I hope I get it, nope, I didn't. And you just keep getting crap and crap and crap and crap, and it mentally wears you down to the point where you're like, maybe if I open one more box, but I don't have enough credits, so maybe I should just spend a little bit of money, and then I'll be able to get that right there. That is the reason why these loot boxes exist, because they are a constant mental warfare with you, the gamer. They want to wear you down until you spend money. And because that's going to be an Anthem, EA can go fuck themselves. So, there's my small little rant on that. Not even 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Anthem down at the bottom. If you're sick of this whole loot box stuff, I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, honestly. But I just keep hearing about it, and I know that if we don't say anything, then they'll just keep doing it. But if we do make an uproar, things do happen. It happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2. And if we keep pushing against loot boxes, I think they'll go away. It won't happen right away. I know it won't. And they'll keep pushing the envelope of greed when it comes to video games. But you just need to not support the companies that do it. I know it's difficult, but it's a hell of a lot easier than it is if you're trying to not support brands that are evil in the rest of your daily life. Do you know how much stuff Nestle makes? It's ridiculous. Anyway, try your hardest. If you have to play Anthem, buy it used off of eBay. Borrow it from a friend. Do whatever you can to make sure that more money isn't entering EA's pocket. And buying used, honestly, circumvents that. So when people inevitably get bored of the game after a week, go rent it. Go buy it used from GameStop and return it after 7 days. Beat the game. I'm sure the gameplay itself of the campaign is probably, I'm going to say it's a BioWare game. I'm going to say 30, 40 hours. And I'm sure the end game content with the multiplayer is going to be an endless grind for loot boxes because you want cool cosmetics. And because of that, the unlock system is going to be boring, and you're just going to be constantly wanting the next box because the gear that you're unlocking doesn't look that cool. And I don't know. I'm disappointed already in 2018. I needed an announcement that's good. Dreamcast guy was saying like, hey, Nintendo, bring us a Direct already. I completely agree. We need a Nintendo Direct. We need some positivity injected into 2018. We need multiplayer for Stardew Valley. Give me multiplayer for Stardew Valley and a physical copy. And then the year will be started off great. I know that's a weird request, but that's what I want. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, have a fantastic day. And see ya.